Question 14. Sophie sells birthday cards. She adds 30% profit to the cost of the price. She sells the cards for £2.34 and she wants to increase her profit by 40% of the cost price. How much should she sell each card for? So what we should appreciate is that because she adds 30% to the cost price, the cards, which would be the cost price, add on 30%. That is what the £2.34 represents. So if we say the cost price is 100%, because it's the 100% of the cost price, we're adding on 30%, and that's £2.34. Therefore, what we have to appreciate is that £2.34 is worth 130% of that cost price. So 130% is £2.34, and when we get this bit correct, the rest of the question is fairly straightforward. So if we did £2.34 divided by 130, that would tell us what 1% is. So 0.018 is 1%. So I've just divided that by 130, and then to find 100%, which remember is our cost price, we then multiply that by 100, which comes out as 1.8, which in pounds means £1.80. Don't ever write 1.8 because they won't give you the mark. And this means it's the cost price. Okay, we can check this, because if you imagine if the cost price was £1.80 and we were to add 30% profit, then what I would do is £1.80 multiplied by 1.3, because that would increase it by 30%, and we can see that it gives us £2.34. So I know this bit is correct. Now, she now wants to increase her profit to 40% of the cost prices. So how much should she sell the cards for? So hopefully it's clear what I need to do. £1.80, I want to increase this by 40%, so I'm going to multiply it by 1.4. Okay, so the 1.4 has come from the fact that I'm increasing by 40%, so I've got 100%, and I'm adding 40% to it as it's an increase, so this is 140%, and 140% as a multiplier is 140 divided by 100, which is 1.4. If you're confident with percentages, you don't really need to worry about that. So £1.80 times 1.4, that gives me £2.52. So that must be the price that I have to, or that Sophie has to sell the cards for in order to give her the 40% profit rather than 30. We look at the mark scheme for this question. So we're looking at question 14. We can see where we get the marks for. So by establishing that relationship, so 130% is that £2.34, that gives you the first mark. If you do £1.80 times by 1.4, so basically they're looking for the 1.8 times 1.4 bit, you get the second mark. So again, that's dependent on you getting the first mark. So if you haven't done this bit, if you haven't shown this bit clearly, and you've just put that bit, you won't get the mark. You have to get this mark first. And £2.52 gives you 3 marks.